When we simplify rational expressions like this one, what we're trying to do is cancel out common factors that appear in both the numerator and in the denominator. Now, when we inspect this fraction, we notice these p's here. We might be tempted to cancel those out, but in this case we cannot because we don't have it broken up into factors yet. We can only cancel factors. Here in the numerator and denominator we have two terms separated by addition signs here. Let me give you an example of why this just doesn't work. If we have just a quick example unrelated to this one, if we have 2 plus 7 over 2, we know that that equals, let's see, 2 plus 7 is 9, and 9 divided by 2 equals 4.5. So that's true. Now let's say we did that same problem, but this time we canceled out the 2's. Well, if we canceled out the 2's, then we would get 7, which does not equal 4.5. So we can't cancel out terms. We have to cancel out factors. All right, back to the task at hand. When we look at the numerator, we notice that both terms are divisible by 5. So let's factor out a 5 from the numerator. And when we look at the denominator, both of these terms are also divisible by 5. So let's factor out a 5 from the denominator as well. Now it's just coincidence that we're factoring out the same factor for both. That's not a requirement. All right, in the numerator, that 5 that we factored out comes out front, and then we think to ourselves, well, what's 15p divided by 5? Well, 15 divided by 5 is 3, and that p is still there, so that would be 3p. We have the plus sign. Then 5 divided by 5 is 1. So when we factor out a 5, really what we're doing is undistributing a 5. So notice if we multiplied both terms in here, or use the distributive property, we would end up back where we started. Right in the denominator, when we factor out a 5, the 5 comes out front. And then we think, well, 25 divided by 5, that's 5, and the p is still there, and 10 divided by 5 is 2. Now that we have the numerator and denominator factored, we can cancel out common factors. So 5 divided by 5 equals 1, which leaves us with 3p plus 1 over 5p plus 2. Once again, we resist the temptation to cancel out the p's because now we don't have it broken up into factors. These are now terms, and we can't just cancel out terms. So here we have our simplified rational expression.